All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Do you need a mortgage? Well, guess what? My friends over at Volunteer Home Mortgage are here for you 7 days a week. Whether you're in Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, or even beyond that, Jerry and her expert team are ready to help you out. So give them a call today, 865-238-7500. Or better yet, visit them online at volunteerhomemortgage.com. Remember those .com days? Remember the .com era, like when they were really popular during football, like Super Bowls and stuff? Those were the best commercials ever, in my personal opinion. How's everyone doing? Are we beating the heat? Are we staying cool? Are we getting in the pools? Are we heading off to the lakes? What are we doing? Are we just plain working and staying in the AC, and then you walk outside and you're like, smacks you right in the face? What's up, Chris? Got Katrina? It is Taco Tuesday. Maybe we'll do tacos tonight. My kids love tacos. I could do tacos every night, though. I love tacos as well. All right, so here's the deal. Today, we do have a risk for some isolated strong to severe thunderstorms. Minimal, but we are under a risk, and flooding and flash flooding is going to be a concern as well. Remember, today is the day that a cold front swings on through, and that's going to bring us elevated coverage of rainfall, which is good because, well, I don't know about you, but I haven't had a whole lot of rain over the last 7 days. And therefore, my grass is starting to get a little bit quenchy. It's getting a little bit quenchy out there. I want to start you off with a time lapse here this morning. Take a look at this. This is from Hardin Valley. We had overcast skies yesterday morning, some fog and some low clouds. Clouds broke up yesterday, but it turned out to be a nice day yesterday. Really beautiful day. Good morning, Rachel. Hey, Denise. Hey, Lee. Then we had those fair weather cumulus clouds developing, the little popcorn skies with the convection in the atmosphere, the air rising like bubbles in a pot of boiling water. Had a couple of good solid thunderstorms. You can see those off in the distance, and a nice sunset yesterday evening. Now, you saw this at the very beginning, but I'll take you back down to Gatlinburg here this morning. Got a mix of clearing skies and some clouds, a little bit of fog banked up against the Smoky Mountains, and absolutely nice start to the day. I always like to keep you in check on where I have been forecasting, and so let's go ahead and go with that. Let me get my notes out here. Yesterday I was forecasting 89. We made it to 91. Made it to 91 yesterday. I was going, right, yeah, yesterday was Monday, right? Yeah, 89. And I had a 40% chance of rain. Most models were about 60 to 80% yesterday. That didn't happen. 40%, yeah, that probably didn't even happen either. But today we do have better coverage of rainfall. And I think that's really going to be the story. I got my clickers over here. I got all these things going on. All right, let's get to work with what's going on here for the day today. For those of you that need to head off to work here this morning, make it a great day. Grab the umbrellas and the rain jackets and make sure you scan that QR code. If you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, it'll notify you of any potential severe storms, flooding or flash flooding, or when lightning is within 15 miles of your location. And by the way, I said this earlier this week. Well, it's only Tuesday. I said it this weekend, I think. One of my favorite things about the East Tennessee Weather app is the lightning notifications. When you're not really paying attention, you're like, whatever. And all of a sudden you get a notification saying lightning is within 15 miles. Do me a favor. I taught somebody this yesterday. I actually taught 2 people this yesterday. And I got to give a big shout out. I don't know if she's going to join us this morning. Angela, good morning if you're joining us this morning. You better get in on the chat and say hi. I told you I'd say hi. Anyways, had a couple people yesterday. If you click on that lightning alert, don't just ignore it and say, "Oh, okay, great, lightning's near me." No, click on it. That will GPS your location on the East Tennessee Weather app and then push play because it will take you to the interactive radar, and that will let you know if the storms are approaching, moving away, if you're going to be affected by them. So make sure you click on that lightning alert if you get it with the East Tennessee Weather app because it will take you to the interactive radar. All right, so there's our cold front. It's heading our way. Let's see. We're getting rain. Chris is getting some rain. Yeah, we got some rain out there this morning, sloshing through my yard. Nice little 5 a.m. downpour here. And for Chris, I mean, for anybody that doesn't know where here is, where are you? Pigeon Forge, I believe. All right, here we go. Radar recap over the last 3 hours. Get the clouds off to our west, so those clouds will increase. So don't expect a lot of sunshine today. We're going to start off with some sunshine, but we're not going to stay sunny throughout the day. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies and some good solid downpours. McMinn County. So heads up Monroe County. You got a nice little shower heading your way. Have had some pretty good downpours pushing their way through Pigeon Forge, right around the Seymour area along 441 through 11. We had some showers moving through, have had some showers move their way through Anderson, Roan, parts of North Knox County, Scott County, Campbell County. So some of you are going to wake up to some wet roads this morning. Some of you may be traveling through a little bit of rain. All right, so here's the risk level from the Storm Prediction Center. I posted this last night on social media. We are under a level 1 risk by the Storm Prediction Center. So, yeah, Chris is in Pigeon Forge. So anybody traveling along the Parkway in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, you're going to deal with some wet roads. And you've got a nice little downpour that happened this morning. So a level 1 risk for severe storms today. I know we've had level 1 risks before, and it got a little bit crazy and elevated. I don't think that's going to be the case today. I really think tropical-like downpours are going to be the story. We've talked about this in recent days, for those of you that are sticking with me and paying attention. But we talk about precipitable waters, how much water could be precipitated out of the atmosphere if you were to precipitate all of it. It gives us a number. And our numbers today are anywhere from a 1.9 to a 2.1 or 2.2. What does that mean? That just means very heavy, efficient rain producers with some elevated instability and a cold front helping to push the air up. And that's why we could see some strong thunderstorms. But I think a very heavy rainfall is on the way. Now, yesterday evening, I should say, when I posted this future cast, it looked like it may be from like 2 to 6. Well, I think some of the latest model guidance, my in-house model is still keeping it in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon through about 6 o'clock. Some other models are pushing it back just about 4 or so through about 10 o'clock here tonight. So that would be like 21Z would be 5 o'clock here through 8. So yeah. 8. So between 5 and 10, my model's bringing it in a little bit early. So something to kind of keep in mind. I would just say pay attention as we get past the lunch hour. Know that storms will be on the increase no matter when they arrive, but they will arrive this afternoon, this evening. So you can see my in-house model is taking the rain showers on out of here by around 6. I think they're going to be lingering probably a little bit longer than that, but we'll see how it all plays out, right? And make sure you check back in. I'll have an update for you at lunchtime here today. But your storm threats, I'm going low category for isolated damaging wind. Not a chance. Not a chance. And I know I always say, well, there's never a 0% chance, and there really never is per se. But we really don't have a lot of spin in the atmosphere. So I'm not really thinking that that's going to be a chance whatsoever. But weather's weather, right? Sometimes it can catch us off guard. Low category for hail, likely not the case. Maybe pea-sized hail, so probably not. The medium category for isolated flooding and flash flooding concerns, where most of us will get some sort of good solid rainfall today. Chris has already gotten some solid rain, so some of you may already be getting some decent rain. And then that's going to continue to, bring us more widespread rain. So if you haven't had a lot of rain, thank goodness, we have some rain on the way. So, hey, Olivia, she says, what time is it going to be hitting Tri-Cities? So hopefully you got that future cast. If not, I'll go back to the future cast before the show is over so you can get a better idea. But I would track it with the East Tennessee Weather app, check in with the interactive radar. Now, here's the deal. I've gotten some comments about the 24-hour future cast with the interactive radar. It does go pretty quickly. So what I would recommend is there's a big giant a cloud. I'll show you what it looks like with the app here in a second. And you can just toggle that. So you can go hour by hour. It is my in-house model that does update constantly throughout the day today. Somebody was like, well, it's not very accurate. Well, it is a model forecast, and it's just one depiction of the atmosphere at this given time and putting a forecast on it. So sometimes models aren't the most accurate. And that's why we've talked about in weeks past about ensembles, because it gives us a better idea of a bunch of models and a bunch of different depictions. All right, so flash flooding concerns. We are under a level 2 risk by the Weather Prediction Center. So that's why we've got that water-loaded atmosphere. Flooding, flash flooding could be a concern. All right, morning temperatures. It's warmer this morning. It is going to smack you right in the face when you step outside. We're trending anywhere from 2 to upwards of 7 degrees warmer than what we were yesterday, and that's thanks to A, some cloud coverage, B, dew points. Dew points have climbed into the 70s. Remember, the temperature can and never will drop below the dew point. It's impossible. And so because of that, morning low temperatures are up just a bit as well. All right, so as we get into the lunch hour, we're going to see those temperatures climb into the low 80s. We are going to be trending a little bit cooler today than what we had yesterday. We'll call it highs in the mid to upper 80s. Average high, pretty average for this time of year, maybe slightly below in some locations. A, the cloud coverage, B, the rain showers. But I think the clouds are coming in. Plus, heights are falling in the atmosphere. So we're getting a different kind of, we're losing some of that heat in the column of the air. You got to realize the atmosphere is so massive in 3D. And either way you slice it and dice it, we're still talking heat indices pushing close to the low to mid 90s. So because of the dew points in the 70s, it does make it feel a little bit more uncomfortable, but at least we're not going to have that direct sunlight. So that all plays a part in the apparent temperature, how it feels to you. And of course, we all perceive weather differently. It all depends on where you're from, where you moved from. Perception is a huge thing when it comes to weather. If you're in the direct sunlight, it feels hotter. You're in the shade, it feels a little bit cooler. 84 for the evening rush hour. Again, some lingering showers and thunderstorms as we get into the evening rush hour, dinner and bedtime possible. Again, my in-house model kind of took most of the rain out of here by about 6. But I think it might linger a little bit longer. So we might have to be dealing with some rain showers if you have any sort of evening plans. That's not the map I wanted. This is the map I wanted. All right, heat index and dew points. I've combined those to prove a point. I showed this to you yesterday. Dew points are coming down behind the cold front. Cold front comes through today. Dew points fall. So 70s for dew points today, mid-60s for dew points on Thursday. And that, despite the fact that it's still going to be warm and a heat index value near 90, still warm. It's still, it's going to be July. Well, today's, hey, July 1st today. Hey, geez, I almost buried the lead. Well, the lead's the storms, but either way. All right, so dew points are coming down. Still going to be warm on Thursday. The 4th of July, dew point of 68, so that's coming back up. It's starting to creep back up. Heat index value is going to be about 96. So if you're heading out to the 4th of July festivities, you're going to be in the direct sunlight, heading out to the pools and the lakes. It is going to be a toasty, roasty day. And the UV index is going to be about 11. So sunburn city, if you're heading off to the pools and the lakes or any outdoor activities on the 4th of July. And as we continue through the weekend, those heat indices are going to be pushing close to 100. But a solid 4th of July weekend on the way. What else would you expect for the 4th of July? Hot, just plain hot weather. So here's your 7-day forecast. We'll see those temperatures stay in the low 90s Saturday and Sunday. I think we have a chance for an isolated storm or two as we get into our Sunday. Can't rule one out on Friday, maybe across the highest peaks, but I'm not anticipating a whole lot. Same with Saturday and Sunday, not expecting much at all. Monday, about a 30% chance for some showers and storms, and that should be about the extent of it. So really, a solid, fairly average weather forecast is on the way, which is nice to pass along. It's nice to see those average temperatures, even though we have the humidity. And if you're new to the southeastern U.S., well, welcome to the southeastern U.S. Me being from Denver, Colorado, when I first moved here, I was like, what is this humidity? This is crazy town. What is going on? Didn't know what it was. It gets hot in Colorado, but I didn't know what I'd never been to the southeastern U.S., really, to be honest with you, before I moved here in 2005. All right, I got some great photos to share with you here today. This one's coming in from Lucas over in the Talbot community. Look at that. How gorgeous is that view? Lucas, you're outdoing yourself, my friend. And we've got another one from Lisa in Seymour. Nice little sunset with a few clouds hanging out with us yesterday evening. I think that's about all the photos. That's all the photos we have here for the day today. So not much to talk about when it comes to photos, but we do, my friends, have those national holidays to talk about. I mean, it's July 1st. I feel like it should be popsicle or ice cream kind of day. And guess what? Lo and behold, it is. Before we get there, though, we're celebrating birthdays and events. Happy birthday to anybody celebrating a birthday. If you know me, I love birthdays. I think they're super important. I know. Cheryl, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I cannot believe, what? Say what? Today's your grandson's 2nd birthday. Yay. Happy birthday to your 2-year-old grandson, Linda. That's awesome. Good morning, Alice from Newmarket this morning. 2nd birthday. That's cool. That is cool. I remember those days. Not when I was 2, just when my kids were 2. All right, so birthdays and events. If you have any events going on here this upcoming weekend, of course, we've got 4th of July, but if you have anything specific, let us know in the chat. And has Angela joined us yet? I met Angela yesterday. I've met her over the years. She works at CVS. She's amazing. I went over to CVS yesterday, and I was like, she goes, I watch you every single morning. I go, well, why don't you tune in on the chat? Angela, are you awake? Are you joining? I knew you had a long day yesterday. All right, it's National Ginger Snap Day. I'm going to give a shout out to that. I love ginger snaps. I love ginger beer, ginger snaps. I like it all. Anything ginger with Asian food. But ginger snaps are so good. One of my favorite cookies ever. Today is your hubby's birthday. Happy birthday, hubby. From all of us on the East Tennessee Weather Platform, I sure hope you make it a great day. And Deb, what's the plan for the day today? Are we celebrating? What's your birthday? Do you have birthday traditions? We always let the kids choose wherever they want to go out to eat. And my youngest son, when he chose to go out to eat on his birthday on June 16th, I wouldn't recommend it. We'll just leave that right there. You're working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lee, no way. Boo. Come on, Lee. It's the 4th of July. Gerald loves ginger snaps. It's National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. This is awesome. Listen, I do like ice cream. I don't eat it very often. I actually had a little tiny bowl of ice cream 2 nights ago. My wife bought me some vanilla Tahitian salted caramel crunch ice cream. It was like, talk about a creative ice cream flavor. It was good. But if you recall, let's see if anybody can get it. What's my favorite ice cream flavor? Anybody remember? I talk about it often. It is so good. My kids make fun of me because literally it's one of my favorite flavors of all time when it comes to candy, ice cream, yogurt, toast. May have given it away there. All right, so what's your favorite creative ice cream? Throw that in the chat. There you go, Layla. I agree. I 100% agree with you. Trader Joe's does have some good ginger snaps. Oh, Julie, you know me too well. Boo on you. Cinnamon. If you've never had cinnamon ice cream, I highly, highly recommend it. You can just go get some vanilla ice cream at the store. Get the really good kind of vanilla that's got the vanilla chunks in it, like super awesome vanilla. And go home and throw some powdered cinnamon in it. And you need to use a lot more cinnamon than you think you would actually need. I promise you that. Like in a bowl of ice cream like this big, you probably need at least a tablespoon. I know it sounds like excessive, but it's not, because you got to get that cinnamon flavor to come through. I mean, I guess it's all subjective, right? But cinnamon ice cream is hands down my favorite. It's National U.S. Postage Stamp Day. All right, what would we do without the good old, it's got 4 cents on there. Does anybody know what the postage stamp is right now? I've got forever stamps, so I don't really know what the postage stamp is, and we don't really send letters. And it's National Postal Workers Day. I got to give a big shout out to my postal workers. They are amazing people. I know sometimes the post office can be like the DMV. No offense. Please don't take offense to that. We all know what we're talking about. We all know what I'm talking about, correct? But my postal workers at the store themselves are awesome people. I've actually given them some East Tennessee weather hats and shirts because they're so cool. But, on this hot summer days, if you have a favorite postal worker or even just your postal worker, maybe go throw a bottle of water in your mailbox, throw a little note on there saying, I know it's hot. I appreciate you for what you do every single day. The doors are open. They don't have AC. They're running in and out of the heat. They're carrying Amazon boxes galore, more than they ever used to. And those trucks have never gotten any bigger, which is crazy to me, how those trucks have never gotten any bigger. But yeah, give a big shout out to your postal worker here today. All right, those are your national holidays for the day today. Let's take you to a different view. We'll take you to Fox Road Marina and show you what that looks like here this morning. There she is! Hello, my friend. Hello. Got so many sounds going on. It's crazy around here. And I'm flying solo by myself. Everybody, Angela, everybody. You said you join every morning, but you are now on the chat, and I'm glad you are. She's going to hate me next time I see her. I know she is. Please don't hate me. Grab a cup of coffee and enjoy your morning. Are you working today? Maybe you are. It's already 6:21. You're probably like, shut up, Witcher. Shh. Quit talking. I need to leave. You know I can throw things up on the screen, right? Just saying. Whose retirement is it? Wait, did I miss retirement? Oh, Janet. Today's your husband's retirement day after 29 years. Janet, what did your husband do? I know the chat's a little delayed by the time I get it here in the studio, but what'd your husband do for 29 years? You know, I've been doing weather for 25 years. I've been doing weather. I've been doing weather for 25 years. I've been a meteorologist for 22 years. And you're saying there's a chance I could retire in 4 more years? I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. Hey, by the way, while we keep talking and I look at the chat, I just wanted to take you to the radar because we do have some showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. If you're joining us from South Knoxville, Rocky Hill area, you've got a nice little downpour showing up here this morning. So right around the Aldenwood Park area, North Shore Drive, Rocky Hill. And so something to kind of keep in mind there. That's going to crisscross North Shore, head towards Sequoia Hills and Neyland Stadium. Downtown Knoxville could see some moderate rain showers before the morning is over. And we've got a healthy shower right along 411 this morning from Grady, Etowah, right over Etowah. Good solid downpour right now. Delano. And it's going to be moving its way towards the, let's go Mount Vernon, Tellico Plains. And let's get a little bit of other cities out there. Let's get a little wider view here. There we go, Tellico Plains. So it's moving its way out of the Etowah area towards Tellico Plains, Indian Boundary, Calderwood, Tallahassee, if it holds together, Pumpkin Center. But that's it. That's about it. No severe weather this morning. Oh, you can't even see that. I'm going through the radar, and you can't even see that. Let's get that on the screen here. How about that? And remember, I always have the radar looping at the top of the screen to give you an idea. Let's see if I can get that looping. It wasn't looping, but either way, it's usually looping at the top of the screen. So again, flooding and flash flooding is going to be the biggest concern throughout the day today. And you just have to watch out for that. Water-loaded atmosphere, tropical-like downpours is going to be the story throughout the day today. Yay. Any favorite coffee drinkers out there? What's your favorite coffee? Nobody said anything about their favorite crazy ice cream. Yeah, big shout out to your retirement. I went to a retirement party, 2 weekends ago? Miles Spencer, I talked about that. That was a lot of fun. And it's kind of weird that I'm now attending retirement parties. Like, what happened? How did we get here, my friends? I was literally just 17 years old. All right, so not a lot of rain out there right now, but we are going to continue to see more rain showing up before the day is over. So grab the umbrellas, track the rain with the interactive radar using the East Tennessee Weather app. Remember, the interactive radar gives you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to help you plan. Make sure you allow GPS location services. Make sure you allow push notifications. You'll get lightning alerts. You'll get if flash flooding concerns today. So we have some flash flood. You'll get flash flooding or flash flooding alerts. You'll get severe weather alerts if we get any sort of damaging winds to pop up across the area. And of course, it tracks you wherever you go. So if you're on vacation and if that lightning alert shows up, make sure you click it because that will take you to the interactive radar. And then you push play and it will give you past, current, and future radar to really help you navigate these storms. Hopefully everybody gets some sort of rainfall here throughout the day today. He's worked in the Public Works Department in the city of Sevierville. Well, big shout out to him. He is going to be missed. He's got a great career up there in Sevierville, so please tell him I said good morning and congratulations. That's a big, big, giant feat. Oh, I like ice cream too. Cappuccino ice cream and cappuccinos. You know, we're getting our kitchen redone, right? One thing I told my wife is that I want an espresso maker so I can start making some cappuccinos. Hey, have a great day. Watch out for the storms. Another weather update again at noon today. Then we'll do it again at 6. If I need to break in to do live severe weather coverage, I'll send you a push alert, but likely not the case, especially if we just get 1 or 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. It's summertime. It's not severe weather season per se. But I hope you have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. We know life is short. It goes by very, very quickly. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, my friends. Thanks for joining me. And Angela, thanks for saying hi. See you soon.